Hello my friends, I'm operator Starsky and this is day 1034 of Russia's 3-day invasion of Ukraine. Good Ukrainian drones visit Russian oil refineries and ammo storages. Fake Russian IDs of North Korean soldiers revealed by Ukrainian defenders. Putin militarizes Russian children and Slovak Prime Minister visits Russian dictator. What were they talking about? This is the Frontline Focus. Let's roll. Over the past 24 hours, 234 assaults were reported by the General Staff of Ukraine. As we can see, Russia keeps escalating its efforts in the area of Zaporizhia, Donbass, and Kharkiv. Over the past week, numerous drone strikes, missile strikes were reported all across Ukraine. As we can see, Russia keeps targeting critical civilian infrastructure. And, for example, the recent strike in the area of Brovary, that is a small town not far from Kyiv, resulted in a residential building being hit by the debris of the Russian kamikaze drone. But we all know that this is a game for two, therefore good Ukrainian drones visited several Russian military objects and oil refineries on the territory of Russia. For example, recently a big Russian refinery in Novoshakhtinsk, Rostov region was hit by good Ukrainian drones. Happy Russian citizens had great opportunity to record the fire on their cameras so we could assess the damage, and also enormous Russian ammunition storage was destroyed in the same region, in the Rostov Oblast, either by good Ukrainian drones or Ukrainian long-range missiles. According to Ukrainian intelligence, the ammunition stored in this arsenal were supposed to be delivered to Donbass, and those included some of the North Korean munitions as well, and also artillery shells. Luckily, they won't make it to Donbass, and again, happy Russian citizens had opportunity to record this on their camera and celebrate a Russian war coming home. In Kursk Oblast, particularly interesting find was revealed by the Ukrainian defenders. They showcased fake Russian IDs issued to the North Korean soldiers. The IDs look completely fake because they miss stamps, some of them miss photos, and what's interesting about them is that the names of the North Korean soldiers were transformed to sound like Russian. One interesting nuance about those IDs, by the way, is that all the North Korean soldiers, according to those IDs, came from Tver Oblast, which is Asian region of Russia, but the North Korean soldiers signed them in Korean language. Why did the Russians issue those IDs to the North Korean soldiers? Reason number one is because they wanted to conceal the fact of North Korean presence and involvement in the aggression against Ukraine. And the second reason is that they're trying to conceal the casualties among the North Korean soldiers. The South Korean intelligence reports that it's possible that in the observable future, North Korea will provide kamikaze drones to the Russian invaders and most probably will increase the amount of personnel deployed to Russia. According to the Institute for the Study of Warfare, Putin decided to expand his program of recruitment not only around the grown-up population but also among children. It is reported that Russians expand their networks of paramilitary camps for the Russian youth, where the young Russians are taught things like patriotism, nationalistic ideas, military discipline, and they're also trained how to operate weapons. The main idea behind this, again according to the Institute for the Study of Warfare, is that Putin prepares for the long-term war against Ukraine and possibly long-term war against the Western countries, against Eastern European NATO members. Several months ago, I already reported that Russians created a new program for the Russian youth that will be trained as future soldiers. And it's not necessarily that Russians will need to wait 10 more years before it works, because the main target audience for the Russian propagandists are basically Russian teenagers, 16, 17, 18 years old. Also, those paramilitary camps were opened on the occupied territories of Ukraine, and already Ukrainian children are raised as future Russian soldiers. You know, Russians have this absolutely amazing saying that sounds like «бабы еще нарожают», which means the females will breed more. This is what Russians say every single time they face casualties. They don't care about losses. They say our females will breed more soldiers for Putin to die in a foreign country for his ambitions. But the very fact that Putin prepares his propagandist machine and young Russians for the long-term war against the West is pretty much disturbing. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico came to Kremlin to talk to the internationally wanted war criminal Putin about the solution for the problem they will face in 2025 when Ukraine will cancel the transit of the Russian gas to Hungary and Slovakia. What do we know about Robert Fico, Slovak Prime Minister? What kind of influence does Putin have on this man? In 2013, Ukrainian hacker group called Cyber Resistance published a bunch of leaked documents coming from the email of the deputy chief of the Russian parliament. According to the leaked documents, Robert Fico was going to give the Slovak assets to Russia, and you can find more on this investigation in the link that you can find in the description. Basically, it's really hard to find a bigger agent of Russian influence in a European country than Robert Fico, who literally in 2013 wanted to give out his native Slovak assets to the terrorist federation. Comparing to these dudes, Tim Pool and Tucker Carlson are basically toddlers wearing dirty diapers. And to finish this video on a positive note, my friends, I would like to introduce you to Ukrainian Bandura. This is a Ukrainian music instrument used in Ukraine since ancient times. And recently, popular British megastar Sting sang his famous song to the Ukrainian soldier playing this instrument. Check this out.
The cause as a meditation. Those who plays never suspect. He doesn't play for the money he wins. He don't play for respect.
I think this is absolutely beautiful, my dear friends. With that, I wish you a beautiful day. Please like and subscribe and also share our content in order to help Ukraine being heard, because unlike Russia, we don't have billion euros that we can spend on fighting Russian disinformation. My dear friends, I'm Operator Starsky. As always, be safe.
Know that the spades are the swords of the soldier. Know that the clubs are weapons of war.